What is up, Easy Gang? Yes, sir. Now, y'all boys, today is today. In my previous video, a lot of y'all boys were really receptive of the new One Piece game, and even the video before that. Everyone's kind of looking forward to trying out decent One Piece games. But on the other hand, of course, there's always this small group of people that just complain. GPO copy. No, another One Piece game. Always the usual complaints. However, it's granted and it's somewhat understandable. I do see where you're coming from. People are just tired of One Piece games. People are tired of games coming out looking similar to another game, and then they just end up dying because they're not able to compete with said games on the Roblox platform. And bow, this is where this video comes into play. In today's video, I will be taking you guys through free, not one, not two, but free Hunter x Hunter games that are coming out this year that y'all boys might actually be looking forward to. And yes, I said Hunter x Hunter is not One Piece and is not One Piece, it's Hunter x Hunter. Now, unlike a lot of the other anime games, Hunter x Hunter is an anime that can easily be translated into a video game format very easily. Literally almost every single one of the arcs be well adapted to video game format. The Hunter Examination arc, Heaven's Arena, Greed Island, even the Chimera Ant arc. All of these arcs could be implemented into a video game so easily. I really feel like they have enough content to even carry the game. You don't even need to add all the arcs. With just one arc alone, you could do 1 or 2 updates worth of content that would keep the player base entertained, especially with the Hunter exams. Now, in terms of abilities and skill sets, Hunter x Hunter has probably some of the widest and the most diverse abilities in the whole of anime, arguably. The whole Nen affinity system is crazy and it's genuinely unique. And if you pull that off right, you have almost an endless amount of abilities in a video game, in a Roblox video game. And you have such a wide play style to the point where players can't get bored because there's so many different possibilities. There's so many different builds. Just don't make Godspeed crazy overpowered. Only problem that people usually have with Hunter x Hunter games is that Godspeed ends up being the best ability in the game. Can we find a way to get past that? Nobody wants a million Godspeed players running around the map. But these free Hunter x Hunter games I will be showing you guys is really good. They are really good, and I really feel like they will be up there. If not every single one of them, at least one of the 3 will be here for the long run. And I guess we're gonna just have to wait and find out which ones are gonna be here for the long run. So before we actually get into the video, y'all boys, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get to at least 300 likes. And please hit that subscribe button. Not only is it free, it helps me out a lot. These videos do take time and we are on the road to 50K. Play my intro! First game we have on our list is a Hunter x Hunter game called Beyond Nen. Now, this game, just off of the sneaks alone, look crazy. Mind you me, this might be the first Hunter x Hunter game to actually get the rainbow bow in the game that actually looks really good. And the combat system is looking pretty good again. Now, I know everyone's initial reaction is going to be like, oh, it looks like GPO. And for some reason, Roblox players don't understand the concept of GPO was only the first game that came out that had the polished Roblox model that a lot of these games are now gonna have. It doesn't mean the game looks like GPO. Yeah, slowly getting tired of the remark. However, I guess I understand where everyone is coming from. But as you guys can see on the screen right now, Rainbow Bow looks really good. The abilities look pretty flashy and combat might actually be really good. Now, it's hard to tell just off sneaks. I think y'all boys know that sneaks mean absolutely nothing for a game. You actually need to get in game and try out the combat. Now, I have talked to one of the developers on the team. I'm pretty sure it's the head developer, and from what he was telling me, there's a lot of plans going into the game. There's a lot of things that's gonna set in motion, and a lot of things they are setting in motion that make this game even better. There's been a lot of updates to the game. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks really good. Now, Beyond Nen is set to come out in 2022, as I did say, and it's actually having its first Wave 0 testing. Yes, Wave 0 testing fairly soon, in the next couple weeks, if not in the next month. So I don't know, if you're a YouTuber and you want to get in on Beyond Nen, hey, now's your time. I'm gonna have links to every single game down in the description, and I'll have it down in the pinned comment just in case, y'all boys, because I know a lot of people don't read the description. But Beyond Nen looks beautiful. But in addition to this, look at this. Beyond Nen is, look at the first hunter test. Look at the first hunter test. I love these screenshots. Now, the reason I love these screenshots is because it means there's a lot of effort put into the first test, and in my opinion, the first test is probably the most fun. Now, you might be thinking, don't you just have to run to the exit before the door closes within a set time frame? Yes, you do. But imagine there's like 20 or 30 people within this little confined space, and everybody has to run to the exit, and people are just, you know, messing other people up, and some people might not even care about getting the hunter's license at first, so they're just messing other people up. Everyone's just running towards the exit screaming, "Ah!" There's like 5 seconds left on the clock, and everyone's running up the stairs. So the first person up there gets there, uses his ability, knocks everyone back down. Bro, it's just so fun. If you don't think about Hunter x Hunter Linear, there's so much fun that could be had with these things. Now, hopefully, the Hunter exams puts you in a server with a bunch of random people. I would love that. I don't want it to be a thing where you can grind the exams alone. Again, it wouldn't make sense because it'll take away from Hunter x Hunter completely. You shouldn't be able to get your hunter's license alone. I feel like it should put you in a server with random people. You can go on with a group if you wish, a group of 3 or 4 people, but the server size is about, I don't know, 30 to 20 people, and it puts you in a random server with people. So you can have a party, that party will get teleported into the examination area, but the other people there are completely random. I don't want it to be a thing where, okay, you'll have one server and everyone in that server goes to the Hunter exams. That's kind of lame, because what if you only have like 5 people in a private server? That means all 5 of the pre-made people will get to pass through. I don't know, I just don't really like that concept. Hopefully it would make more sense if maybe if you're on a private server, there's a teleporter. You could go with the people in the party get teleported, go on the pad or wherever you need to stand, and everyone gets teleported into a random ranked server. That would be really good. I really hope it's something along that line, and then everybody grinds it out, you know what I'm saying? It's just one big competition. That way it's entertaining, it's always refreshing, and even if you fail the hunter exam, which it should be hard enough to the point where not everybody's gonna pass, maybe like out of the 20 people there, only 4 or 5 people actually get to pass, or maybe out of the 30 people, 20, you know what I'm saying, maybe out of the 30 or 20 people there, only about 4 or 5 people actually get to pass, obviously because people are going to be getting eliminated through the different trials and the different rounds, etc. So yeah, this is just a screenshot of, you know, the hunter exam thing, the first stage, and this applies to every single Hunter x Hunter game. I'm gonna say, hopefully y'all boys are really taking the hunter exam seriously. I don't want it to be something very easy, something linear. You could go with a pre-made squad and you guys just win, or you could just win. Like, it's not that hard. You could just get through, get your hunter's license, and get to unlock your Nen right off the bat. I want it to be hard. Like, when the game releases, people shouldn't be running around with Nen. It should take maybe after the first week, people will finally you start seeing players with Nen, and then people will be like, oh damn, that guy's got his Nen already, whoa, blah 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 blah. It adds a sense of superiority to the game, and it motivates other people to actually try past the trials, because they see players are starting to get Nen, and then they're like, alright, cool, boys, we gotta get our group together, let's go get this Nen. And even if you don't go with a group, let's say you're a solo player, you still are able to win. It shouldn't be, oh, just because you have friends you win. There's obviously going to be trials that make you betray your friends, stuff along that line, like Squid Games. It should be basically Squid Games. There's going to be a sense of betrayal, etc. The next game we have here is Project Hunter. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, everything, this whole thing is muted. That video in the background is muted, copyright music all over the place. I don't know why people put copyright music in their videos. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Project Hunter. Now, this is the only sneak that's really worth showing y'all boys of the game, because the other ones, no offense, don't really do the game any justice. Now, Project Hunter, even I don't know too much about it other than the fact that it's coming out this year, and the game looks pretty. The game really does look pretty. Now, it does give me it's giving me Shikamaru vibes right now, but we're just gonna go along the video. It actually has an in-depth character customization, which everybody appreciates in-depth character customization, so that's really good, I ain't gonna lie. And the UI for the character customization really looks good. It gives you freedom to do what you want, which is really nice. Hopefully there's a lot of clothes in the character customization and in-game, you know, to make up for everything, because like customization, it's kind of important. So this is the character customization unit. Then they go into the main game, and he has the Sasuke haircut. And the first thing I'm noticing is the toolbar, which look like Naruto abilities. I won't lie. You got a picture of Goku here, Sharingan, some spiral vortex thingy, and some lightning thingy. Based off the fact that this guy looks like Sasuke right now, if you took everything that said Project Hunter away from the screen, it would look like a Naruto game. It's not giving me Hunter x Hunter vibes. And immersion is the first thing a game should feel. You should have when in the game. It shouldn't feel like I'm playing a Naruto game. It should feel like I'm playing a Hunter x Hunter game. But the UI does do that. When you go into the menu, you can see the Nen affinities there. Cool. Now, hopefully this isn't just like your generic bandit beer. Hopefully, like, I can't really tell anything from looking at this, but hopefully, like, because a lot of games you really just go in game, you get your abilities, and you start hitting stuff. So this has Nen control, defense, stamina, strength, and weapon mastery. Now, one thing about Hunter x Hunter is that people didn't really use weapons, right? People don't really use weapons. Like, you probably got Karuto with his wooden swords, if that even counts. I mean, if you have Nen, you have the ability to turn something as weak as paper into something as strong as a iron sword. So, I mean, granted, but Killer is using yo-yos. I mean, people don't really use weapons. You have Crollo with his knife, but again, you don't really see much weapons in Hunter x Hunter. I'm saying weapons because there are people that use weapons. You got Kite as well. You got a bunch of other characters that use weapons, but it's not something you see universally, right? 2 times drop rate katana, yeah. So, and another thing with the family tree. Now, Hunter x Hunter is not like something like Naruto where there's just a bunch of clans, right? Hunter x Hunter, obviously you have your main protagonist and you have their clans, and those are really the only clans you really know about throughout the whole series. So I don't really feel like people should focus on clans. In a lot of Hunter x Hunter games, clans is just the way of monetizing the game. And when I say what I mean, just to add, like, you know, stuff to buy, Robux, respin your clan. But obviously, usually Zoldyck is the most OP clan because it's Killua's clan and they're a clan of assassins. What really tops that, bro? Everybody's gonna have the same clan, etc. I don't know, it just throws me in the wrong direction a little bit. And I'm pretty sure every Hunter x Hunter game we're talking about today has clans, but there's only really 4 clans, 4 or 5 important clans in the series that I even mentioned, and only one of them are even good. I mean, Gon's clan, it'll probably give some sort of extra booster strength or whatever. But the only clan that's really worth anything is Killua's clan. So I don't really like seeing that, throws it off. A bit skeptical with the weapon mastery section. And then you got your stat resets. Trope access. Okay, what's that? Fandom trope? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. 2 times drop, 2 times EXP. I don't know, seeing that, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, every game kind of has to be bandit beater in the sense of the word bandit beater. Scary to see those stuff there, though. Okay, so association. Okay, so you're gonna be able to make clans. That's really good. That's really cool. 60 out of 50 members. Well, not clans, hunter associations. Now, one thing that needs to be done. Alright, so if there's an association, the hunter exams must be good. Like, there's no way you get to make an association off rip. It wouldn't make sense, right? You need your hunter's license enabled to even have access to the association. So, assuming the game follows a significant path, this should be some late game features. Very late game features. And obviously, once you get your hunter license, there's different types of hunters, and within those different type of hunters, you have different ranks within those different types of hunters. So again, hopefully, you know, things are going along that direction. ETC, I guess we're gonna have to see. How do you get your reputation? Do you get it from completing hunter expeditions? I would assume so. That's literally the only way to get your reputation up. You can't just have 5 stars out of nowhere. But again, I guess we'll wait and see. Hopefully that function is done properly. Now the UI does look really nice. UI is beautiful, actually. You know what I'm saying? UI is very nice. You got pretty generic combos. It's the I won't lie, it's the bandit beater combo system. You know what I'm saying? But we haven't seen anyone fight, so I can't really judge. Can't really judge at all. Got the same health bar as that Demon Slayer game. I forgot what it's called, which is pretty scary to me, not gonna lie. I haven't showcased anything other than M1s in the combat section. Interesting. Alright, so you got the map. Map doesn't really matter to me. It could just be big and empty. That means absolutely nothing. And then you got the blimp over there. Okay. And whoa, what am I looking at? Kamoi. Alright. Kamoi. Kamoi. I can't pronounce it. Everybody knows I can't pronounce Kamoi. But weird to see that. Obviously, this is probably some sort of dev spec, right? There's no way this is actually in the game. That for people that are not developers. Again, very scary to see this because this is a Hunter x Hunter game. Now, even if it is a dev spec, this is a Project Hunter kind of showcase. It's showcasing the game. So why would you show a Naruto spec? You know, it just throws the viewers in the wrong direction. But again, this is Roblox, so I doubt Roblox people even care. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, on to the next game. Last game is Hunter x Tales. Now, not much to say about Hunter Tales other than the combat looks absolutely amazing. Okay, the combat looks really good. Now, everything you're seeing here is old. This is all old stuff from like 10, like 6-8 months ago at this point. Honestly, I don't know how long ago, but it was very long ago. These little sneaks, and it's even from an old video of mine because I won't lie to you, I'm a bit lazy and I don't want to go all the way back to find the files. There's so many files on my PC. So, Hunter x Tales. Now, this is a little bit based, right? A little bit based. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Now, why, you might say? Because the combat looks really good, okay? And my thing is combat over everything. Well, combat is your game's foundation. It's the base, right? And 100 Tales has the base is done right. The foundation of the game is done right. Have good combat. Now, everything else needs to follow up with the premises of having good combat. Now, can they absolutely have good combat and have a trash game? Yes, they can. But even though this is old and you're looking at the UI, and it's probably going to get revamped because this is very old, right? It looks pretty, okay? It looks pretty. The combat looks smooth. It looks solid. It looks fluent, right? And I love that. I won't lie to you, I love that. I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker for the good combat. I love me some good combat. Now, I don't really have much to say on this game because there isn't much to say on this game because we have not had sneaks past the 2 clips I'm showing you. Literally nothing. This game may as well be a myth at this point. But the head developer did say he wants to, delay the release of the game a little bit to revamp the game, add some more stuff, polish it up, blah blah blah. Now, I know that the head developer did play a lot of Deep Woken, especially when it first came out. It was a very flawed game back then. But hopefully there's some concepts that he'll take from that game and add to this game in a good way. And hopefully the game isn't just linear. Now, looking at this game, y'all boys see it. It does look really good. It does look really good, bro. It looks really good. And, hey man, I just don't know what to say. Hopefully they get what I talked about before, right? The hunter exams is really the main thing for me. We should not have access to Nen until after the hunter exams. If any Hunter x Hunter game has this feature, and this is why Hunter Final Finale failed for me, in my opinion. You could just get the strongest Nen right off the bat. It just completely takes away from the gameplay experience, in my opinion. You should incentivize players and actually having to play the game, right? Making it so players can't unlock their Nen until after the hunter exams not only makes players want to do the hunter exams. In order to progress through the game, I have to do the hunter exams. It makes it so that you're following the story of Hunter x Hunter in the most canon way you can. Now, yes, there are ways to get your Nen before you even do your exam. Yes, but only, if you remember, only like the 1% even get to the hunter exams, right? And in the video game sense, we are that 1%. But even smaller percentage of people even know not only how to get Nen, how you'd go about getting Nen. You have to have the right connections to do stuff like that. Example, Hisoka. He was in Phantom Troop. Now, was he a legitimate member? No. But he had that connection. And a bunch of other resources. He literally knew Killer was brother, bro. So, those guys had the Nen abilities before they took part in a hunter exam because they had the right connections. We don't have those connections. So, in order to make the game more fun, it would just be better if you didn't have your... I'm sorry, I paused the screen. It would just be better if you didn't have your Nen abilities before your hunter exam. Now, this game just looks beautiful. There's not much I can say about this game, honestly. Now, you might be asking me, how would you pass the first stage without your Nen abilities? I don't find a way to train your stamina, dude. You know what I'm saying? There's obviously going to be gameplay before you go into the hunter exam. You're the developers, figure it out. I'm not the developer here. What am I doing? I'm saying, God no. But yeah, this game looks absolutely amazing. Hunter x Tales. Now, the reason I'm looking forward to this one the most is the combat looks the most polished out of the two, in my opinion. In my opinion. Don't get mad at me. In my opinion, the combat looks the most polished to me. And yeah, that's really it. It looks the most polished to me, and combat again is always the main thing for me. Now, the hit stuns do look crazy. But again, the game is getting revamped as we speak. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, 100x 100 Tales for the last 100x 100 game. This game is coming out in 2020. The dev team is really quiet about this game. They don't say too much. Like, they don't say too much at all. But again, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, if y'all boys made it to the end of the video, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, please. Let me see y'all boys in the next one. If you made it to the end of the video, let me know of that revolver effect. Peace.